Hi, welcome to our YouTube channel again. In this video today, we're gonna talk about stamps, like all the stamps that you get when you come to Ireland, work in Ireland, live in Ireland. So the stamps are from stamp 0 to stamp 6. Yeah, that's the last one, stamp 6. So in this video today, I'm gonna explain all of them, how like they work and how they are in your passport. So yes, this is the video today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us in our channel. It helps us to see that whatever that we are sharing is important to you and to other people around. And don't forget to share our videos with your friends and family relatives that you feel like they might benefit from what we talk about in this channel. The first one is stamp 0. So stamp 0 is normally given to someone that is visiting a person with a work permit in Ireland. So let's say whether you have a work permit or another stamp in Ireland, then you are visiting. The best example is myself. I work and live in Ireland. I have my stamp that I have. Then if I want my gogo, my auntie, my mom, my dad to visit me in Ireland for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, that person will be given stamp 0. So that stamp 0 it's like a temporal stay, and that person will not be allowed to work, to do business, to do anything in Ireland. It means they are just here to live with someone that is already living in Ireland, that is working and doing everything. So that's stamp 0 for you. Then the second one is stamp 1. So when it comes to stamp 1, this one is normally given to people that are coming to work in Ireland, especially if you come with a job. So we have mentioned before that there is critical skills visas, then there is general skills employment visas, then there is seasonal employment. Yes. So those people, most of them that are coming with a job to work, they are given stamp 1. So whoever comes with the job will be getting stamp 1. So that stamp 1 allows them to actually work in Ireland, and most of the times, but not all of the times, it's tied to the employer for the first 2 years, because for the first 2 years they don't know who you are. The employer brought you in, so most of the times they may tie you to that employer so that you work with them, and if you prove yourself to be a good person after 2 years, that's when you change to another stamp, and you can now be free to change employment and work with different employers. But then there are circumstances and conditions where a person can come on a stamp 1 visa with a certain company, and later on, within 6 months to 1 year, change jobs and work with a different company. So it could be a bit hard, but it's not impossible. A lot of people have done it before. So that's stamp 1. If you have questions, guys, don't be shy to just comment on the comment section. Also, you can take our WhatsApp number and send us a WhatsApp message. We try to get onto everyone, but we receive a lot of messages. Sometimes it might take time before we respond to your messages, but it doesn't mean that we're ignoring you or we don't respond to messages. We will respond to messages like in time. So do what's best, like WhatsApp us and wait for us. And please don't send a lot of messages before we respond to the first or to one message that you send out first. Then let's go to the next one, which is stamp 1G. Now, stamp 1G is normally given to the stay back graduates. It's given to the graduates that, when someone comes with school, normally when they are done studying, when they finish studying, they can stay in the country for up to 12 months or 24 months. It depends on the course that you are doing, and it also depends on the level. If you are undergraduate, I did a video about the levels of schools. So if you are undergraduate, which is level 6 and 7, normally you are given 12 months to get a job in Ireland. So during that 12 months that you are given, you are not working, you are no longer studying. You are in a space where you are now transitioning, looking for a job. So this is when now you are given what? Stamp 1G. That stamp 1G is for you to go out and look for a job in the profession that you were studying. So let's say you were studying something that is level 7 or level 7 is undergraduate. So let's say you're studying anything under level 7. So you are given 12 months to get a job under that thing. So that's when they can give you a chance to go to contact employers, talk to employers. And I always advise people that when you are studying, guys, start looking for a job during your studying years. Look for a job before you go out there, because that 12 months that you'll be given, it feels long, but it's not even long at all. 12 months just flies by. It can be hard for you to get a job in that 12 months, but that's what they give you. If you are a postgraduate, which is level 9 or level 10, that's when now you are given at least 2 years to get a job in your study industry. So this is a bit longer. 2 years is a lot, but still, it could be not a lot when you are now facing pressure of choosing a job. I normally sometimes advise people that don't be too much picky when you are finishing university and you know that you have 1 year or 2 years to get a job. Don't be too picky. Just take anything, because here you are still working on building yourself. Later on, when you have the other stamp, that's when you can change companies and do what you want. But for now, be hardworking and don't be too picky. So that's it for stamp 1G. The next one is stamp 2. So stamp 2, I feel like we're supposed to start with stamp 2 before stamp 1G, but I had to start with stamp 1G because we're going from 1 to 2. So stamp 2 is actually for students that are studying. So you are studying in university, or the easy way to put it, it's for people that are under the eligible programs. There is a list actually of these eligible programs that you can study in Ireland, and they fall under STEM 2. So that means when you are studying the program that is under this list, I cannot name all of them, but you can also go and Google and check the which programs. So you, to make it simple, you can Google ILEP in Ireland, which is the list of eligible programs that you can study while you get STEM 2. Excuse me, while you get STEM 2. So that STEM 2 allows you during the study period where you are attending your classes, where you are, I would say in Ireland, it's normally around winter there, around your winter times. You are only allowed to work 20 hours a week, because you are studying full time. You must be in class like most of the times. So if you have free time or after work hours, the max that you can take in a week, it should be 20 hours. Then during summertime, some students, they go back to their country, because if you have been in Ireland for the whole of your study semester, so sometimes when they get that break, they go back to their country, which is summertime is around is it around May, June, July until August, until they go back to start, because the schools here in Ireland, they start September to around May, September to, is it May? Yeah, around May there. So now from May to August, you have a right now to work what, 40 hours, because this is now the holidays times. There is freedom. You are not going to school. So the STEM 2 allows you to now move your hours from 20 hours to 40 hours, because you have more time. If you don't visit your family during that time, you can stay and work in Ireland, and you're working 40 hours. That's normal hours that everyone works, that have a right to live and work in Ireland. So I get a lot of people as well asking me questions about that when they come here with school, are they going to be allowed to work? And because some of them, they come here, they don't have any scholarships or anything, they're looking to try to work so that they boost the means of paying their fees. So yes, you can work, but during your school time, you're working 20 hours. During your holidays, that's when you can work up to 40 hours, which is the normal working time hours in Ireland. Then let's go to the next one, which is STEM 2A. STEM 2A is almost like STEM 2, but this one is for students that are doing courses that do not fall under the eligible courses to actually work that 20 hours and 40 hours. So this is a private course. Someone once told me about, I didn't know it, and the person told me about that there's a friend of theirs that came from Dubai to Ireland to do English. So they wanted to know if they can also come and do English like their friend. So now, if you're coming from another country and you're saying, I want to come and do a course like English course, those courses, most of them, especially the short courses, they do not fall under the eligible courses where you can work and study. So you'll be given STEM 2A. That means you only permitted to do that course, nothing else. You cannot work, you cannot do anything else. So normal people that do this, that apply for this course or English course, it means you have enough funds to pay for that course that you want to do. That's point number one. Point number two, it means you have enough fund to take care of yourself, of your needs while you are in the country. Whether we're talking about accommodation, we're talking about food, we're talking about. So before they give you this STEM, they will go through all those and make sure that you can take care of yourself financially before they give you a permission to come and study a small course or a short course in Ireland. That's when they give you what STEM 2A to actually be in Ireland, stay in Ireland, do your short course or your course in Ireland, but you depend on yourself fully. You're not going to depend on a relative in Ireland. You're not going to depend on a family member in Ireland. You're not going to depend on the state. You're not going to depend on anything. You have your own funds. You can pay your own accommodation. You can have your own food. You have everything by yourself. That's when you can get STEM 2A. The next one on the list is STEM 3. STEM 3 is a permission to stay but not work as well. So you can stay in Ireland. It's almost like STEM 2A and also STEM 0, but this one is also a different one. This one is mostly given to our pastors, like pastors, the religion people that are coming to the country, not to work for any company or for government, and they still are not going to do any business, and they won't depend on the state. So they have means of stay by themselves. They don't need anyone to provide accommodation for them. They don't need to work for a company in Ireland or to do any business in Ireland. What they here to do is only like anything related to something like church, or someone who wants to stay, but I don't know how you get it, but someone who wants to stay, but they won't work, they won't depend on the state, they won't look for a job, they won't do any business. So the best example that I can give is someone like who's a pastor, or who's a church member, or who's here to do the work of God. That's the best example that I can give, because you have a right to live from Africa and come live in a church here in Ireland, and you do the work of God, and you serve God's people by what? By doing the work of God without depending on the state. So that again comes with you proving that you can take care of yourself, or the church that you're coming to work under or live under, they can take care of you. They can provide food for you, a place to stay, accommodation for you, and you're just going to be there working with them, doing the work of God and taking care of people. That's it. That's all that you need to do. So that's all on STEM 3. The next one is STEM 4. So STEM 4 is like the most flexible STEM in Ireland. I say it's the most flexible STEM because number one, it allows you to get certain benefits from the state when you have STEM 4. And also, it allows you to work and live in Ireland. It allows you get a lot of help and support even when you have kids. When you have your kids, you can get a lot of help and support from the state with your kids. So this is the STEM that is more flexible. You are actually treated as close or similar to an Irish resident when you are on STEM 4. So this is given mostly to the spouse or the dependents of an Irish citizen. Let's say your husband or your partner is okay, guys, don't come for me on this one, because there are people that actually came to me before saying that their partners or their cousins, their sisters, their family relatives, they've been in Ireland for years and stuff. So it's like the family doesn't want to bring you over, or your partner. It happens that your partner relocates to Ireland and lives in Ireland, and you also want them to bring you over, but they have moved on, they don't want to be with you anymore. Then you find people coming to us and saying, can you find this person for me and find out if they can help me? We do not do that, guys. We just share information, and you take the information, you use it in the right way. So STEM 4 is given to sometimes when you have a spouse that is an Irish citizen. if that person, you can prove that, okay, this is my husband or my wife, we have kids together, we have been married, whether you are married traditionally or you are married the white wedding that we know. So if you can prove all those things, and the person is also, this is important guys, and the person is also willing to actually go through the process of bringing you over with as a partner or as what, that's when you get the stem 4, which is more flexible. And also some people that get this stem 4, it's the refugees, when they come to the country and they seek protection and they have seeking protection grounds. I made a video before where I was explaining the legal versus illegal ways to relocate to island, and why do other people find themselves stuck illegally. It's because you have to have certain grounds in certain things. So if you are a refugee and you have grounds to be a refugee and they have proven that, then they give you stem 4. Then that's when now you can stay in the state under stem 4. So stem 4 allows you to, it's like you can be a long-term resident in Ireland. You can be a long-term resident in Ireland with stem 4. So it has like a lot of flexibilities. And another way that you can find yourself on stem 4 is when you come with the stamp 1, which is the critical skills visa. Then if you work for about 2 years, you can later on move to applying for stem 4, because you have been in the country for 2 years, you have proved yourself, you have proved your worth, then later on you apply. And remember, it's not always automatic. Someone can take up to 3 years on stamp 1, someone can take up to 4 years on stamp 1. So when you are applying, the officials, they will go through your application, they are qualified to check what they are checking for, to check what they want from you, then they can approve you for a certain stamp or not. It's not always that you can say, I have a right to now have stamp 4 because I've been in Ireland for 2 years with my stamp 1. Because there are few people that I know that have been in Ireland with stamp 1, they still don't have stamp 4. So you can try to apply for it, but there is something that you have to prove yourself, or there are things that they are following. You can do more research on that. Then the next one is stamp 4S or stamp 4D. So this one is a special stamp in a way. I don't think it's very easy to get it. So mostly it's given to the migrants that have been in the country undocumented. The example that I can make that makes sense to me, when 2021, was it 2021? Yes, 2021 in Ireland, there was an amnesty where they give everyone that has been in Ireland papers, whether that person is in Ireland legally or whether that person ended up in Ireland. I don't know how and what happened. So there was that amnesty where they were giving people papers, all of them. So what you could get in that state or in that time, you can get stamp 4S or stamp 4D. So remember, these stamps, they are a lot, and the reason they are there, it's for the professionals, for them to communicate. Yourself, you are here, you are working, you don't even know why you are here, and some people, they don't even know the stamp that they have, what's the meaning of that stamp, and why do they have that stamp. So this video, at least after watching it, you're going to understand those terms. So it's for the officials, because there's there's enterprise trades in the other part. There is police, which is the guard in their stations. There is what. So if those people, like, when you are traveling in and out of Ireland, there is immigration officers. So those people, whenever they check your passport and they check the stamp, once they see this stamp 4S or stamp 4D or stamp 4 or stamp, they straight away know that, okay, this person is under these terms and conditions or under these grounds in Ireland. So it's for them to understand, because for you, stamp 1 and stamp 4 could be the same as long as you are working and living in Ireland. But for officials, it's all different. This is why these stamps are there. So yes, that's it on stamp 4D. It's given to people that have been, there may be some other specific conditions that can lend you to have stamp 4D, but I would say stamp 4D is very rare in Ireland to just get it anytime anyway. Like the example that I made, that 2021 there was an amnesty where everyone that was in Ireland legally was given papers. I don't think there will be another amnesty in the next coming time, unless maybe things happen. I don't even know what makes the country decide to have an amnesty and give everyone papers. So yeah, those are terms and conditions that comes with the stamps. Then the next one, we have stamp 5. So stamp 5 is more common after having stamp 4. When you have stamp 4 for too long in Ireland, whether you started on stamp 1 as a critical skill visa, then you moved after 2 years or 3 years to stamp 4, then you stay with your stamp 4 for 5 years, because that's 2 years. Then you apply for stamp 4, then you have stamp 4, then you stay with your stamp 4 for 5 years. After 5 years, you are allowed to apply for naturalization, to be naturalized, to be Irish. Do you understand that? But some people, they do not apply for naturalization after 5 years. Some people can continue renewing their residence permit card to remain in Ireland. And again, when it comes to the residence permit card, a residence permit card comes with your stamp, but it's two different things. The stamp is in your passport, but the residence permit card is just like a card that shows that you are a resident. So now, when you have a stamp and the card, most of the times the stamp, yes, they work for immigration officers when they are checking. But the residence card, most of the times, I know that when you are traveling, myself when I'm traveling, they always ask for my card. They want to see the card. They never really focus on the stamp on the passport, but they focus on the residence permit card. So now, when you have been in Ireland for over 5 years and you did not apply for your naturalization, and you have been renewing your residence permit card and your stamps, then after 8 years, they can move you from stamp 4 to stamp 5. Now, stamp 5 just proves that you have been in Ireland for a long period of time. That's when we say you are a long-term resident in Ireland, because you have been living in Ireland for over 8 years, or you have been having stamp 4 for over 8 years, but you never applied to be naturalized, to be Irish. Then that's when you can be moved to stamp 5. So when you are traveling anywhere around, whenever they see that stamp 5, they know that, okay, this person has been living and working or being a resident in Ireland for a long period of time. Then the last one on the list is stamp 6. Stamp 6 is mostly given to people that dual citizens. So if you have been in Ireland for 5 years on stamp 4 and you apply for your naturalization, but you say, no, I don't just want to become Irish. There are some countries that when you get another country's citizen, you give up their own citizen. There are countries that do that. But some countries, like for an example, South Africa, when you have a South African citizen and you later get naturalized in Ireland and you want to also have the Irish citizen, you not really you do not have to give up your South African one, but you are now having the Irish as well. So you can have the dual citizen. That's when you can be a citizen in both countries, in your country and in Ireland. Ireland now becomes your country as well. So don't say your country. So Ireland is now your country as well. So when you have that dual, you are given also stamp 6 on your passport. Remember, I said the stamp is put on your passport. So if it happens that you leave your Irish, because when you're now having the Irish citizen, you can use your Irish passport to travel anywhere. But it happens sometimes that, oh, you prefer using your own your country's passport where you were born naturally. You prefer using that passport, but then they put stamp 6 on that passport, so that when you come back to Ireland, straight away when they open, they can see that stamp 6 to say, oh, you are a citizen here in Ireland. So that's when they can understand that. So I feel like that's it on the stamps. If I missed anything or you feel like you have questions, comment and follow us on WhatsApp. Check our WhatsApp number at the end of the screen here. It's going to show. You can take the number and WhatsApp us, and you talk to us on anything that you want to ask, because some people are scared to comment on like YouTube channels. If you're not comfortable with that, you can always take a WhatsApp number and WhatsApp us. Then we're going to talk to you and respond to whatever message that you have. And don't forget to like and subscribe and follow our channel and share it with your friends. Thank you so much.